Hello everybody, my name is Shinny Boy, and welcome to Hearts of Iron 4, Kaiserreich playing as the good old German Empire. Yes, I am back. I guess we'll have to begin by addressing the elephant in the room, so to say. Yes, I do plan on returning to YouTube. I know I said that before in the what's it called? The Viking Conquest video with Edmund, and I did one video and then I didn't return. I'm sorry about that. But now I really want to get back into recording because it was a lot of fun. So, using the final days of my summer holiday before I return to school, I'm going to just record, and then when I get back to school, I'm going to try to upload as frequently as I can. I'm not going to be able to record every single day because I have to balance, school and like exercising and just being with friends, and you guys have to understand that my school has to come before my channel with 33 subscribers. Even though I do really care about this channel and I really enjoy it, the the school has to be number one priority. But anyway, so I'm playing as the German Empire. Why? Well, because they well they seemed like the most in they seemed like the most interesting um, nation to play. Uh, I'll explain. If you're new to Kaiserreich, I'll explain what's going on. So Kaiserreich basically explores a alternate universe where the German Empire and the Central Powers won World War One. So instead of Hitler arising, we have a victorious German Empire here, which still has Wilhelm I at the helm. We are a authoritarian democracy, and one of the most interesting things you see here in the Union of Britain and the Commune of France and the Socialist Republic of Italy, syndicalism has taken over, which is basically a form of communism or Marxism, whatever you want to call it. So instead of extremism rising in Germany, it has risen in the Entente. However, Russia is still social liberal. The Russian Revolution failed and the communists were beaten, because in this universe, after Germany was victorious in the First World War, they were able to assist the White Army and beat the communists. So you can see here all of these people are part of my faction and they're puppets. This faction is called Mitteleuropa. Is it? Or is it the Reichspakt? It's the Reichspakt. It was called Mitteleuropa before. And you see Austria-Hungary was broken apart. These guys are they're still connected to Austria, but they're puppets. Bulgaria has gotten a lot bigger. The Ottoman Empire is still here, but they're very weak. They're still the sick man of Europe. Italy has been divided. Here is the French Republic. This is the remnant French forces, which were kicked out of France by the syndicalists after they took charge. So it's led by Philippe Pétain, and here in Canada we've got George V, who was king of Great Britain, but he was ousted to the Dominion of Canada. And here we have India has broken apart, so we have the Dominion of India here, which is loyal to the Entente. Here we have the Princely Federation, and here we have the Bharataya Commune, who are radical socialists. We also have the Australasian Confederacy here, which is Australia and New Zealand and some other bits of Papua New Guinea. They're part of the Entente. Here we have Germany has basically taken a lot of Britain and France's colonies. For example, we have Morocco, the Suez Canal, Middle Africa here. Here is the Ostasian, what's it called? Oh, It's like the Ostasian Gemeinschaft or something. It's basically the East India Company, but China and German. Here we have the Qing, Mongolia. This is a really interesting character who was part of World War One. He was from the Baltics, I think, and he served in the Russian army on the Eastern Front, and he was known to just be completely fearless and make almost stupidly brave charges. And he basically wants to be the new Genghis Khan and reform the Mongol Empire. So it's fun. Here in, let's show off here. America is going, well, America is gonna have a very fun time. I'll show you later. Okay. Well, let's just jump right in. National focuses. What do we want? State of the economy, military expansion, or finish the 1934 naval program? Or do we want to go over here to the left and imperial restructuring? Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. While it is an undeniable fact that the German Empire is the greatest nation to ever grace the pages of history, sorry, just hiccuped, there's always room for improvement. In light of recent shortcomings in our administration, we should look into making various policy changes and reforms for a better future. Yeah. So Germany is basically the top dog, and the whole of Europe basically revolves around it, which is very good. Well, for Germany, not so much for like other nations like Switzerland. You see here in Italy, Italy is divided into 5 nations. So here we have Sardinia, which is part of the Entente. It's a monarchy. Here we have 2 Sicilies, which is social democratic. Here we have the Papal State. Here we have the Socialist Republic of Italy, which are part of the, what's it called? The Third Internationale, the communist faction. And here we have the Italian Republic, which has the support of Austria. It's pretty interesting, but because they completely redid Italy in a previous patch. Oh yeah, I should say I'm playing with the Aurora Borealis pact, which focuses a lot on the Scandinavian region, but I didn't want to play. Sweden did have a pretty good focus tree a while ago, but they changed it, and now it's okay. It's just a bit confusing, and I don't really understand it. Finland has a pretty good focus tree. Don't know about Norway. They usually go so communist, I think. Yeah, they have this thing, They have this event with an election. So if the communist or the syndicalists win, they get this part of the focus tree. If a democratic party wins, they get this part of the focus tree. And if a kind of nationalist party wins the election, they get this part of the focus tree. Don't know about Denmark's focus tree. It's pretty big. Here we've got a monarchist, democracy, the hybrid regime. Oh, it seems like some kind of social democrat. The moderate revolution. Yeah, like social democracy or something. I don't know. And over here we have ratified the Treaty of Stockholm. Okay, so it's okay up in Scandinavia, but it's not. Who was friendly with the Don Cuban Union? I am. Oh, because we're guaranteeing their independence. Also guaranteeing Azerbaijan's independence and Georgia's, but not Armenia's. Interesting. The Alash autonomy is a puppet of Russia. Okay, what do we want to build? Let's just start building some civilian factories. And okay, let's see here. What do we want? Building some fighters. Let's just start doing that. Okay, let's remove you for now. Because we don't need you yet, because we're not going to be getting into war anytime soon. Let's get some more towed artillery, and let's put another factory here with the tactical bombers. Now we have to import some tungsten, so let's do that from none other than our colony in East Asia. What do we want to build? Want to build some convoys straight away? Oh Jesus Christ, these guys have a lot of... Takes a lot. There are a lot of ships. Why are there so many ships? Let's build some submariners. Yeah, they completely rehauled the naval system in the, what's it called, the Man the Guns expansion. Is that what it's called? And we also have fuel now, which you need for tanks, motorized ships, and airplanes. And they completely reworked the naval theater. I'm not really that big of a fan of the expansion. I think it was okay before. Let's see, let's also just build some convoys. Now I have to import some chromium as well. Let's import that from our good buddy, the Ottoman Empire. So yeah, the Ottoman Empire is gonna get its day wrecked pretty soon. Spoilers. Spoilers. Let's get old good old Erich von Manstein. And let's begin garrisoning. Doesn't really matter if he can only command 24 units, because he's not gonna be going to war, and it doesn't really matter. This is just a way to keep our troops occupied, so I don't have this annoying pop-up all the time. Let's see here. Boop, boop. We have a lot of territories. Holy balls. Holy mackerel. Can I just say, as a history fan, these are the most aesthetically pleasing German borders ever. These are just like this curve here. Forget curvy girls, curvy borders. That's where it's at. Oh, this is just incredibly sexy. So from World War One, we gained. We took Alsace-Lorraine from France, or as it's called in German, Elsass-Lothringen, and we took Nancy, and we also took Luxembourg. Are these cores? Yeah, they are. And we took Wallonia and Luxembourg from Belgium. This is a colony state, this is a colony state, and this is a core state. Okay. So I should introduce you to my vassals. So here we've got Flanders with Wallonia. So we're just gonna hope that these guys stay loyal to us. So if we want them to stay loyal, what do we want them to do? Resist and bite. Is that a Sabaton reference? Maybe, probably not. I think we want them to go German investigation. And then strong royal power. Yeah, join the Kaiserreich Research Foundation. Yeah, we want them to go German investigation. And here we've got Lithuania. Can you go independent, Lithuania? Oh yeah, you can revolt, declare the republic. Well, please don't do that, because if you do, I'm going to crush you. Vacation in Varne. Iron Wolf supremacy. So we kind of want them to go for... Well, it doesn't really matter which one of these they go for, as long as they go loyalty remained. But I think this one is the one we want. LKD, Society in Gods, and the Kaiser's Light. And it's like invite German settlers. Baltic Unity. Do you know? Oh, they can join with the United Baltic Duchy. Here is they just go nationalist, but they still are under us. Historical recognition. Anti-Slav laws declare September the 8th as a national day. So it doesn't really matter. And with the United Baltic Duchy, we want them to go Germanization. And then either go status quo or integration. Now, White Ruthenia and the Kingdom of Ukraine are two different entities in and of themselves, because they like to go independent. So we kind of want them to go for the Latin alphabet. And then a secular state, preferably. And then, then they've got assert independence and go after Ukraine, who are my vassal. So I'm gonna be keeping these guys on a pretty tight leash. And Ukraine. So they've got a communist version over here. This is, I don't really know what this is. This is, I don't know what. Then we've got succession, new scientist. I think this is the one with we want them to go for. That is, I think this is one where they join with Russia. And this is where they just embargo me. And then we want them to go ties with Germany. Well, we've been waiting around for too long. Let's begin. Begin the campaign. Let's just assign all of these guys to... What the fuck just happened? Unfold. Importing oil from Romania? Why am I importing oil if I have some... If I have 72? Do I get oil from my vassals? So I don't really need to be importing oil if I have 72, right? You would think so. God, I've got a large navy here at Malta. Holy balls. See, Germany has surpassed Britain in the naval game, so they've got the biggest army. You can join that army and just head over here. I don't really know what you're doing in Morocco. You can just fortify. Don't fortify Ethiopia. Oh my god, I've got a lot of troops. You fortify that. You fortify that, and that's it. So there you go. Insufficient resources. But you just said I didn't need to import, and now I need to. Oh. That's because I buy 40 from them. Because they're my vassal. Oh, interesting. I've got... Why do I have 0 manpower? Because quenched militarism. How many people live in Germany? 73 million core and 11 million non-core. But these aren't like... You've got 400,000. Which are my other non-core states? Ah, probably like Madagascar and Sri Lanka and all of these territories, yeah. Middle Africa. This is actually led by Hermann Göring. So we kind of want them to block this so that they just stay loyal to us. The spirit of Letau von Vorbeck. Ah, Letau von Vorbeck. What a man. Possibly one of the greatest guerrilla leaders of all time. Also just a good man. In a world of... which was very xenophobic and was a lot of racism, he was a good man. Kind of a shame his... I feel like his legacy has been kind of falsely brought into a dark light. Does that make sense? People see him as like a racist, even though I don't think he was. Because I don't think it's fair to judge historical characters based on modern standards. Because things were totally acceptable. Other completely different things were acceptable and unacceptable in that age. And who knows if we're judging these people through the right lens. Maybe in 50 years something that we do will be totally unacceptable. Guns of from Middle Africa. Who knows? And if we were living in that age, we would be just like them. So who are we to judge? Let's see here. After the crushing defeat of the Second French Empire by forces of the North German Federation, a constitution was signed in 1871 by representatives of the Federation and 4 other states in southern Germany. Oh yeah, the Franco-Prussian War. The new constitutional framework created integrated... Wait, what? The new constitutional framework integrated the southern states into the Prussian-led federation, thus giving the enlarged entity a new identity as the Deutsches Reich. According to the constitution, the empire is a federation of 25 German states. The title of Bundespräsidium or Federation President was held by the King of Prussia, a figure now invested with the title Emperor of Germany. The Emperor directly appoints the Chancellor, the head of the government, and the chair of the Bundesrat, the Council of Representatives of the German states. Laws are enacted by both the Bundesrat and the Reichstag, the lower house imperial diet elected by male Germans above the age of 25 years. With an option to dissolve the Reichstag on a whim, it is clear that the main political power in the German Empire actually rests not in the Reichstag elected by the people, but in the hands of the non-elected German Emperor. Another issue is the Prussian three-class voting system, which has remained mostly unchanged since 1849. Over 60 years after the founding of the Kaiserreich, the liberals and social democrats are growing increasingly disgruntled with the status quo, and our constitution may need revision soon to help us weather the upcoming turbulence. Constitution guarantees stability, at least. Yeah, so I don't know what kind of path I'm going to take. I don't think you can really, like, go for another ideology. I think you're kind of stuck with the authoritarian democracy, which I'm fine with. Well, we do have elections, so I might be able to choose something else, but I think I'm gonna be staying with the Kaiser. Good old Wilhelm. Payment of the Brest-Litovsk reparations. With stagnation of our economy and worsening conditions of our citizens during 1935, our government has decided that in order to restart our economy we need additional cash. The only available option to amass sufficient capital to help our economy was to force the Russian state to prematurely repay the remaining reparations from the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk. During the Berlin Conference in November 1935, President Alexander Kerensky, together with Prime Minister Pavel Milyukov, were forced to accept the premature payment of the Brest-Litovsk reparations. With drastic austerity measures, the Russian government was able to prematurely repay the remaining parts of its reparations as they were agreed in the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk. God, there are a lot of big words here. Oh, look at that. Consumer goods factories minus 10%. Fantastic. We need to sort out this manpower situation. Artillery pounding. Wanna release Somalia? No, I don't. Profits from the legation cities. Let the money flow. Fantastic. Afghanistan declared war on the Dominion of India. That's something that always happens, and Afghanistan always lose. Oh no! It's Black Monday! Mein Gott! On the 3rd of February 1936, the Berlin Stock Exchange stopped sinking, it plunged. Fueled by the instability of the market panic, selling erupted as soon as stock market opened on Monday morning. On Monday morning. It took well into the night for the teleprinters to stop sputtering out the result of what became known as Black Monday. When the results had been analyzed, it was clear that the situation had only got worse. The shock of this unprecedented economic catastrophe will no doubt be felt in the entire world. German Golden Age has ended, for now at least. Oh, Jesus Christ, look at that. Ooh, that is bad on so many levels. Well, we gotta start. I can't do this, because Black Week hasn't ended. Does that mean that I have to... If I just wait like a few days, am I gonna be able to do that? Okay, let's go for early mobilization. Run on the banks. German citizens, panicked by the collapse of the Berlin stock market, are rushing to make bank runs to withdraw their assets. The banks cannot afford to give out such sums, and many are in danger of collapse. Many are clamoring for immediate government intervention to stabilize this unprecedented fund. We close the banks temporarily, guarantee the holdings of private individuals, or do nothing. My stability is 10. Close the banks temporarily, guarantee the holdings of private individuals, or do... I'm gonna have to guarantee the holdings, I think. Communist of France shows its true face. We must be ready. Manpower. Oh, thank fuck. The FAUD. The Freie Union Deutschlands, or Free Workers Union of Germany, is an umbrella organization of several trade unions founded during the turbulent period in 1919 during the French Revolution. They have repeatedly denounced the syndicalist terror and therefore been allowed to operate independently until now. However, our intelligence other nations such as the CNTFAI in Spain, we all suspect that some will be plotting against the Kaiser. Take no chance with these rats. Can I do this? Black Week hasn't ended. It was the 3rd, so the 10th I should be able to... Nope. Black Week comes soon. We must reform the economy. Okay, this is gonna give us more stability. Oh god. We're gonna die. Look at it. Oh, they're doing the road to war. I am very nervous. Revanchist rearmament. Polish monopolies crash. My god. How are we gonna be able to do anything about this? We're gonna assume control of the East Asian Day. Really? Cool. I don't know what this like reverse engineer does, but I'm a bit scared to click it. Okay. So we're gonna have to improve our economy before we do anything, otherwise we are firmly in the shit bucket. We do not want to be in the shit bucket. It is not a good place for the Germany. I haven't played Germany before, so this is gonna be pretty... It's gonna be very fun. The fuck are these things? Little dots in China. It's the legation cities. Ah, okay. With Cecil Clementi. Doesn't sound very Chinese. I'll give you that. The Halbstarke terror. With the devastating economic situation, many families struggle to earn their daily bread, and the social security net is strained to the breaking point. In recent weeks, the streets of many German cities have been increasingly terrorized by gangs of teenagers. These Halbstarke steal products from the markets and shops, and often money from innocent pedestrians, or commit acts of vandalism to escape boredom and frustration. Mein Gott, how shocking. Minus 20% stability from some fucking tunnel snakes? Oh my god. We are firmly in the shit. No, the Rhineland unrest. Oh god. Now France is gonna be like, oh, well maybe we can step in here and take control. Ho ho ho, Germany, thanks for getting the Rhineland for me. I'll be taking that now. Some maverick politicians propose distributing more resources to the colonies to the detriment of the German national, which would obviously not be popular. 8 artillery factories. Only cover the most. Tighten our belts. Ah. 8 of our civilian factories for a year. We have 135. Fine, do it. Okay, what do we want to liquidate unprofitable estates or bail out junker estates? -5 stability or lose 5 civilian factories. So if we do that, we get the Gröne plan. and we get the sale of Ceylon. Sale. We get the Schacht plan. What's the difference between these two? Consumer goods factories, same stability, more production efficiency cap, more production efficiency growth, more factory output, same resources to market, but not as much consumer goods factories. And we get approach Poland. What's this? Yeah, we can approach Poland. Let's bail out some junker estates. It's gonna take 105 ace. Holy lord. Oh, we're all gonna die again, just like the Pope. The Pope's dead. Hey mom, the Pope's dead. What are we gonna do? God damn. The Pope bit ducked. Did you say bit? Now we got an agricultural crisis. I like it just. Our country is falling apart. So either we can raise tariffs, or I want Ukraine. Oh, they're dissolving the Rada. I think that's what we want. I think this is more German friendly. So that's good. The syndicalist first move. Damn Reds. What are you doing, White Ruthenia? Oh, you recognize both alphabets. You're going for you did emancipation. God damn it, I wanted you to go Germanization. Well, what are you doing, Flanders Wallonia? You are assembling the industrial committee. Okay, you're just doing some industry shit. I don't mind that. Okay, don't got a problem with that. Papal Conclave. So who's the new Pope? Jesus Christ, look at this guy. He's gonna kill you. He's an authoritarian democracy. The African affairs. What's the worst that can happen? The court has no right to rule on Middle African affairs. Was that good? Oh God, they've got a dead economy. That's not good. Come in France shows its true face. No. You just got more manpower. And it's all gone. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, we're gonna need a lot of manpower to fill all these divisions. God damn it. Well, anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna leave this first episode right here. I hope you've enjoyed it. Our economy is officially fucked, and a lot of things are going to hell. But if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see all you dudes in the next episode. Bye bye.